Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Derek, and today what I'm going to be doing is doing a quick workflow comparison between the MODX/Montage and the Korg Kronos. And the reason why I'm making this video is just so that we can see how the workflows work. Oftentimes people are just comparing sounds, and what I want to do is compare workflows, how the machines are actually operated. Now, it's going to be a short video. All I'm going to be doing on both machines in this video is layering a piano, a pad, and a string and showing how it's done. So first we'll start with the MODX. What we're going to do is come over here. I'm going to hit category search. I'm going to select the piano and hit enter. Now I have my piano. I'm going to come to channel number 2 and we're going to do a pad. So I'm going to come over here and select a pad. Here we go. And hit enter. And now we have a piano and a pad. So pads on number 2, pianos on number 1. Right, so now I'm going to come over here and select number 3, and we're going to hit a string. So I'm going to go to my strings category, hit strings, and we're going to select these strings here, hit enter. So now I have a piano, pad, and a string all layered together. One other thing I do want to show you real quickly here. I'm going to come over here to my pad and I'm going to hit the edit button. Just want to show you something. My insert effects, I have a chorus, an SPX chorus, and insert effect B, I have a tech modulation. In other words, when I layer these sounds together, they all come with their insert effects. So they basically sound the same way they would sound as if they sound the same way they would sound as they would sound if I played them individually by themselves. And so that's how you layer. That's how you layer sounds on the MODX. Now let's check it out on the Korg Kronos. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the Korg Kronos as I did on the MODX. I'm going to layer a piano, a pad, and a string together. Now if I was just layering 2 sounds together, I could use the quick layer button and I could load 2 sounds, but we're layering 3, so now I have to be in actual combination mode. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to select combination, and then I have to select an initialized combination. So I'm going to come over here, hit user 16, select an initialized combination. Now I have an initialized combination. And I want to select a different piano, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit C, and we're going to do the German grand. Boom. Now I've got my piano. I'm going to go to channel number 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my pad now. Let's see here. We're going to do C 087. We're going to do big pad. Hit OK. But you don't actually hear the pad because I have to come in here to the timbre parameters and I have to change channel number 2 to 01G in order to hear it on the keys. Next, we're going to go in and we're going to add a string. So I'm going to go to channel number 3 and we're going to add a string. Let's go to B008, pop strings, boom. Again, there's no actual string sounding because I got to come back into my timbre parameters, change that to 01G. And now you have strings, piano, and pad. Here's piano, pad, and strings. Now, something I do want to show you is if I go in here to my insert effects, all the insert effects are actually off. The master effects are off and the total effects are off. So when you're in a combination mode, an initialized combination, when you bring in sounds, by default, they come in completely dry with no effects. Now I can actually bring in a sound with the effects if I want to by coming up here, hitting this little window, hitting copy from combination, select the sound that I want, and we're going to do, let's see, boom, we're going to do our German grand, hit OK, and make sure we select the insert effects here, this little tab, got to make sure that it's this little button, make sure it is selected, boom, hit OK, and now the insert effects on the piano are actually in. I can come over here to the insert effects and come over here, select number 1, and see that the insert effects from the German Grand are now applied to this patch. So now those are applied. So the sounds come in. When the sounds come in, they come in dry. And what you have to do is you actually have to add them. You have to add effects if you want to add the effects. You can come over here and you can add the effects if you want to, you know, to the various sounds that you have brought over into a combination. So anyway, but going back into it here, let me just go to initialize combination number 2, and we'll just kind of do that again. So if I want to select the piano, I select the piano here, hit piano, hit OK, boom, that's channel number 1. If I want to do it here, select the piano, select the pad. See 087, big pad, hit OK. But I've got to come over into the timbre parameters, and I got to change channel number 2 to 01G, and now we have it. And you repeat that process over and over again. So here is my opinion on the matter. It is easier to do the simple function of layering 3 sounds together on the MODX. I like the fact that in the MODX that the insert effects come in automatically, and I don't have to add them another way. But the insert effects on every channel coming automatically when I am layering the sounds. If I want to not have those insert effects, I can always turn them off and do it very easily. And also something else to consider is I find that the MODX touchscreen, even though it's not the greatest, it is more responsive than the Korg Kronos, and part of that is just happens to be with sometimes the Korg Kronos, the screens, what you're trying to click on, these things are so small because there's so much crammed on one screen. So I find the workflow easier as far as layering sounds. I find it easier on the MODX. And to be quite honest, I actually had to go through the Korg Kronos. I had to do a couple of takes because I kept kind of messing up when doing when putting the combinations and stuff together. Something wouldn't quite go right on the Korg Kronos, whether it just be me hitting, trying to hit something over and over again and it not registering, or something like that. So I find it easier to do on the MODX. Now, there, an argument can be made most certainly that the Korg Kronos is a more powerful keyboard, but as far as the workflow, I mean, I think as you could see, there was less to do on the MODX when layering sounds. All I did was, select channel number 1 and pick a sound, select channel number 2, pick a sound, select channel number 3, and pick a sound. And all the effects and everything were there, and it was very, very easy. In the Korg Kronos, not quite as easy, a little bit more clicking around. But anyway, it's for you to judge. Which one do you think has the better workflow? Let me know in the comments. If you are enjoying content like this, please like and subscribe to this channel, as I'm always uploading new stuff. I didn't want this video to be long. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.